There's the crazy Williamsburg Greenpoint girl that you sent me who went on 3 dates in one night.
I can't stand men, so I'm booking them 1 hour slots at a time. 3 dates, 1 Friday night. Let's go. Met the first guy in Williamsburg. What a dud. Works in finance, enough said. I am heading now to Greenpoint to our second date if 5 leaves. Maybe this one will be a little better. This one is also a sober date, so no drinks. Shorter than I thought. He's super nice. He lives in a studio apartment. We made it work. The sober date didn't end up so sober. I had a cocktail. They didn't. Life goes on. On to date number 3. I forgot to eat dinner and now my tummy is grumbling. Let's test this man and see if he'll buy me dinner. So I'm here for date number 3 and I'm just looking into the guy just to know who I'm dealing with because I keep getting everyone confused. Turns out he's also a writer, he's also a Scorpio, and he also lives in Greenpoint, but this guy is very tall. So we're going to have a contrast from date number 2 to date number 3. They're the same person, but vertically, they're different. Let's see where they align here. We're on date number 3. This one's not sober either. Sure, of course. This guy sucks. He's so nice, he's so dorky. He's from Connecticut. He's giving non-Scorpio. I want to down this, but I realize I'll regret it in the morning, so I think I'm just going to grow. So I brought up my cat and how she sleeps on me and I would fling her across the room. Boy! And I just like continued talking to him for like 10 minutes. He goes, what do you want to do after? I was like, I'm calling it a night. So we just went outside to smoke a cigarette. I said, where are you heading? The New Yorker way to say, I'm leaving. And he grabbed me and I went dead armed. So I'm just like fully like zombie. And he kisses me and keeps kissing me and keeps kissing me and like sucks on my lips. And I just look at him and say, thanks. And I ran. And now I'm in a park and it's pitch black. And you know what? I guess I don't regret a thing.
Oh yeah, which I don't even really buy. I don't know if you watched that TikTok, but
I did. I had to, even though it was short, I had to watch it in pieces because it was so annoying.
She was so grating and annoying. I don't really buy that she went on 3 days.
Yeah, it seems like it was probably made especially for TikTok.
Yeah.
And then for Twitter, for people to get like triggered on Twitter.
To get mad about and say, this, you see what these women do. You see why they should be scared to go outside because if you let them out, they'll go on multiple dates.
Yeah,
and bitch about them on TikTok.
The thing that freaks me out about modern women is like not our body counts or our like entitlement levels relative to how mid we are. It's how much we drink. That girl, I'm serious, that girl was downing drinks all night. We typically down like a bottle and a half of wine when we do the show.
Yeah.
I drink all the time. This is really like birth control. This is uncharted territory. There are going to be really horrible consequences like a generation down the line. Yeah, women drink so much. Is it
uncharted territory?
Women of our generation drink so much. It's completely unprecedented in history. And
what about the like Prohibition era?
They didn't drink nearly as much as we do. It's insane how much young and middle-aged women drink, especially the single ones.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of the mothers too. It's like mother's little helper, but it's so crazy because you're going to just have instances of like cancer, like dementia, liver cirrhosis on the rise, guaranteed.
For sure.
It's so scary. And the other thing that I noticed about that video, because I also wasn't convinced by the dating aspect of it, it seemed fake, is like the way that people talk now with no gravitas or conviction. Like almost as if their thoughts aren't their own. Like they really are NPCs. Okay, so like I'm here at like Ramona in Greenpoint and like this guy, he's like under 6'1", but you know, like that kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't even need to really go on the dates because she's clearly so narcissistically attached to her own image that she's on a date with TikTok, you know? I sound like such a boomer.
No, but it's
I
true.
don't use TikTok, but it has, I think, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think TikTok is some kind of insidious
evil Chinese sorcery.
Chinese technology that's just continuing to undermine the fabric of our society.
Mm-hmm. No, that's certainly true. And also, there's this common argument that the populist trad conservatives like to give about how women are not settling down or having children because they feel like they can't afford it and it's becoming less and less materially possible. I think that that's partly true, but it's also wishful thinking because women literally just don't want children.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in any sort of condescending or judgmental way. It just doesn't occur to them what that would even look like.
You think they really don't want children, or they maybe just don't even really know what they
don't know what they want. And
yeah.
It seems, and I say this with literally just like full sympathy, they're just tied to the convenience of their everyday lifestyles.
Yeah. Well, in general, I think women and men are not interested in sacrifice or in living in service to anyone really but themselves and their like minuscule TikTok followers.
And there's a lot of like mutual recrimination, like men screaming at women for their like whorish ways and their body counts, women screaming at men because they're so low quality
and short
and low sperm count and low T
right.
and whatever. Realistically, neither side really wants commitment and what right. that entails.
It's convenience.
Yeah, they want convenience, not commitment, and I don't blame them. I get it. Those kind of timeless values of marriage and family made sense back when it didn't occur to you that you had a choice.
Yeah.
It's very bleak and sad.
Yeah.
But I completely get like why millennials don't want to settle down in any way.
Well, I'm ready. Listen, I will not step foot in another zoo
ever again
until I have a child.
Good for you, Tasha.
I'm done going to the zoo as a childless adult woman. Surrounded by Hispanic families.
to itch your childbearing scratch.
The next time I want to see a bear, I'm either going to have a child at the zoo or I'm going to be mauled to death by one. And that is a promise.
You know those like Russian TikTok influencers that are like some beautiful princess blonde girl playing with like a bear that weighs like 3 times as much as she does?
I love those.
I love it too, yeah. That's what real Catholics are. They're Mexican families at the zoo who didn't feel like they had a choice.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was living in Ridgewood, Bushwick, I like briefly dated this guy who was like 23 and Ecuadorian. And it was like that movie White Girl, but even more depressing and pathetic. And he'd be like, yo, Anna, let's have fun, because by the time I'm 25, I'm going to have a wife and 3 kids. And he would say shit like this that was like wise and self-aware because he knew where his life was headed.
Did he end up with
I have no idea. Either that or he's in jail. But those people are going to be spoiled and corrupted too. Like once you know, you can't unknow.
So true.
The other last thing I'll say is it's so insufferable and annoying how men, like Republicans, always take the bait and let themselves be triggered by women on Twitter and TikTok.
I know. They can't help it. They can't. Everyone's miserable.
It's true, but like indifference.
And they're looking to
exercise indifference. Anyway, yeah, they're looking to deflect
their loneliness onto someone else who is also crippled by their own loneliness.
Like equally lonely. Yeah, it's like such a failure to make contact.
It's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Things are not. The hoes are scared.
Mm-hmm.
And the men they're not doing so great either.
I wish I was petrified to go outside due to roving...
patriarchy.
Yeah, like roving piratical bands of right-wing men, and not because there was like some skitzed out vagrant taking a shit on my block.
Yeah, I'm just scared of getting recognized and trapped in a conversation with someone with mental illness.
With like a fan, yeah. That's why you have to wear the surgical mask.
Yeah, that's why I'm masking
acceptable
in 2023. Yeah. Shall we?
Yeah, let's call it a night.
All right. See
you in hell.